Alright, what's up everybody? I am the one and only Kog'Maw Senpai. I wanted to make a video to discuss the new Kog'Maw changes that have been going on in 5.22, how I feel about them, why I feel that way about them, and the truth about the Kog'Maw changes. To start things off, his main difference is that his attack speed's double and you can reach 5 attacks per second. Now, everyone hears this and they freak out. They're like, oh my god, the hyper carry can now attack 5 times a second. How is that powerful? How is that not OP? Well, Riot can make things OP if they want, and they can make things really shitty if they want. So let me explain to you how Riot decided to make this a quote-unquote balanced change, or in this case, a very unbalanced, underpowered change. So, to start things off, yes, his attack speed's double when you press W. But now, his mana's cost is back. So it costs mana. That's the first minor nerf it has with it. So, besides the fact that it used to not cost mana, it costs mana now, and mana pots are removed from the game for the time being, at least. So I can I or you or whoever wants to play COD can no longer go buy mana pots and have mana for laning phase. So I think primary buy, I think it is for most AD carries now, is Essence Reaver. So I'm going to be building Essence Reaver first this game. And I'm currently in a normal game because just still trying to get things figured out with COD. And I don't like commentating when I play ranked because I can't talk and play ranked at the same time. My capabilities of doing that are very low, and I cannot play at my maximum level while talking. So I'm playing a normal game with some friends. Again, I'm just trying to maximize COG's current damage potential, which is very low, I might add. I used to always deal the most damage every game. Even when I lost, I would still do tons of damage. No pun intended, but that's not the case anymore. He doesn't do damage. He like if you actually played him so far this patch, and you check the damage charts after the game, you may feel like you've done something, but you don't. Kog'Maw doesn't do any damage. I was veered a little off track. Let me go back to the changes. So his W, first minor nerf, the 120 attack range to level 1. I guess I just leveled up to level 2. So the first, I think, 4 levels, it actually gives less range than it did before. Now on on max rank level 5, it still gives a 250, which is what it was before, so that's okay. But for the first 4 levels, it's nerfed, it's less, so that's a little drawback there. His cooldown is actually starts after the whole active is complete, which if you do the math, I don't know what it is for every level, but I believe by a little bit it is less. It's not less, it's a longer cooldown, which is also a minor nerf. Another big thing is it lasts for 6 seconds instead of 8 seconds. Since I've been playing this champion for 4 years consistent, 5 years in general, I've been so used to exactly knowing how long it's lasting, when I can go back in for an auto without looking at the duration above the ability bar. I can just look at, I already know, I know exactly how many seconds I have with it to either flash auto for the kill or anything like that. But that's not the case anymore. It's down to 6 seconds. That's another nerf. The main thing with the W was that it once upon a time dealt percent damage. Bonus damage. What is that? Oh, bonus. See, okay, so that's the thing. His W does not scale with percent HP anymore. It only scales with your bonus AD and bonus AP, and from what I've seen so far, you can only get to a max to a peak of about 2% max HP at level 5 later in the game, and that's nowhere near his 6% as it used to be. So all that's a big nerf, and it really hurts Kog'Maw in general for everything. Yeah, his W does normal damage to minions, so he's very good at farming now. Well, not really good, but like you can farm much easier with him, so that's good. Yay. But his W in general, except for the double attack speed, is much weaker than before. So don't be fooled, because double attack speed doesn't just mean OP. And now look, now I'm down to 0 mana, and I barely use any abilities besides my W. So a mana hungry Cog as usual with no mana pots is Cog that's just gonna struggle throughout the entire game. So what else? The Q. Okay, so they increased it by 5% each level. So it used to be from like 10 to 30%, and now it's 15 to 35 from all ranks. I'm gonna heal this guy. Why not? I don't know how this. See, I don't even know how they're 6 first. I don't know how this game works anymore. Smooth. So okay, so his Q is a little bit better, but now, in general, back before these preseason changes, you wanted the max E first. Maxing E first, it does a lot of damage. It did like 200 or over 200 some damage, max rank without any AP. So that's a lot of potent. It does it to all enemies it passes through. So you want that, and the slow is like 60%, which is a lot of slow. Right now it's at 20%, which is not that much slow. So you wanted to max E first, but now they're trying to adjust it so you max Q first, which is a drawback because, well, in one way it's good because you're getting more attack speed, and the active for the hitting someone reduces their resistances, of course. But you're losing that escape tool, the one escape tool that you have to slow enemies that are coming towards you, or to drop on enemies that you're trying to chase or you know, harass. So depending on what route you go, whether you keep on maxing E or whether you change to Q, you gotta adjust, because E was the initial ability you wanted to max first, and now you don't have that. And this girl died. So that's Q. E remains the same. Now R, they increased the mana by 10. So at 4 Rs post 5.22 is equivalent to 5 Rs pre 5.22. And now I'm dead. I'm probably dead. Or not. I'm just gonna back off and go by. So, and the damage dealt is nice. It doubles for targets between 25 and 50%, and it triples below 25%. And as you level up R, it's a very, very good execute tool. Not gonna lie, it's a very good execute tool. But I think that's what Cog is turning out to become, is you wear down your opponents with your W, and then you finish them off with your R, because you can't flash in anymore and get that solid 1 auto crit, or like you are flash auto with your Trinity Force proc or stuff. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna still. I don't even know if Trinity Force is a viable build right now. I mean, it gives cooldown reduction now. I forget what it doesn't give anymore, but so it may still be viable, but again, we'll see. It's the beginning of the preseason, so who knows right now. But what was I just saying about the Triforce? I don't even remember. So anyways, oh yeah, so about the R, so it's and a major nerf though about it is that the debuff remains for 10 seconds. So you can't, if you want to not stack the mana debuff duration, you have to wait 10 seconds in between attacks, which sucks because it used to be 6 seconds. 4 seconds of extra time to wait in between R's to have it reset mana cost, which is rough because you can't. It's not meant to be a harass tool anymore, not at all. Now I'm gonna use it as a harass tool because that's how I play, but it's not meant to be. Like I said, you're supposed to wear down. This guy's gonna die. Oh, what was I gonna say? What's going on here? Are you gonna get him? Can you get him? Yeah. So R is not meant to be a harass tool anymore. It's supposed to be primarily a execute. They made it to be an execute, and it's gonna be an execute, and it scales more with AD, I guess now. So Kog'Maw is basically the AD crit, like full AD crit slash I guess attack speed, because you want to get the attack speed up, but that's the type of AD carry he is. You start with Essence Reaver. I'm gonna go Runans or Bork next. That's one of the two. I don't know. Bork I think is still viable because of the HP shred, because if you're gonna be attacking 4 times or 5 times a second, whatever you get by late game, the HP shred, you're gonna need it. That's your damage output. And another big thing, speaking of late game, games are only lasting 30 minutes. I think the longest game I played since the patch was 35 minutes in ranked, and that's short. That is an average game. Prior to that, like an average game was 35 minutes prior to patch 5.22. But that's all changed now. See now, oh, yeah, he's gone. Oh, I missed that. That's on me. But yeah. So the fact, besides the changes for Cog was always a late game hyper carry monster. But there is no such thing as late game anymore. Late game is 30 minutes. That's late game. What are you gonna do 30 minutes in the game, Cog? Nothing, because you have 2 items, 3 items max. There's nothing you can do about it. I advise everyone that's playing Cog right now, that follows me, that watches me, that likes Cog as I do, I love Cog. He's my favorite champion in the game. I've been playing him for 5 years now. I've been maining him for 4 years. I probably got a total of 5K games on him in my entire life. I know everything about him. I know more than probably some Riot employees about him. Look at all the flashes though. Why are we diving? Bad decisions. But anyways, where was I? So yeah, as long as games last only 30 minutes, it's going to be tough for COG to ever be competitive again, because A, he's nerfed the shit with this patch, and B, like I said, games don't last long at all, so you can't even get to late game where he thrives the most as the hyper carry. I even heard in one of the patch notes, like, he's gonna be that late game Giga carry. They changed it to Giga carry. Like, oh yeah, he's a Giga carry. I mean, that sounds cool and all, but I mean, can they show us a Giga carry? Can anyone show me a Kog'Maw Giga carry post 5.22? No, no one can, because he's not a Giga carry. He's not a carry. He's not an AD carry. He's just a character. He's just what I used to call him. Well, I called him after the patch. After the first day, I called him a negligible mass on the Rift, because all he's doing is farming. He doesn't do damage. I can literally sit here, W, not get CC and auto attack, and at the end of the game, I'll do 15k damage most when the enemy AD carry does 40k in 30 minutes. That's just the way it is. It's not like a myth. It's not testing. It's not any of that. It's facts. It's just he doesn't do anything anymore. Now, tentative, I don't know if any of you guys heard, but yes, there are some Kog'Maw hotfixes coming out. They're gonna give him 3 extra base AD. That's great. 0.04 base starting attack speed. Okay, that's also good, I guess. And increase AD ratio for max AP, or for the max AP on hit damage on his W. So it increases from 1.25% per 100 to 1.5% per 100. I'm not sure how well that helps him off paper, but I guess it's a buff, so that's good. And we'll see how that works out within the next week or two. But for now, he's struggling as an AD carry, and very tough to win in ranked, because you gotta do damage to win in ranked, and if you're, especially an AD carry, because you carry your team as an AD carry, but if you're not doing damage, there's no such thing as winning, because you'd have to rely on Fiora top to carry for you, or GP, or mid lane or something. But you can't do that every game, and that's why I would play Kog'Maw, because I knew I could hyper carry my team and deal the most damage, whether win or lose. I could deal the most damage, and that's the goal. If you can do the most damage, you're doing something right, because you can play Brand, jump into a team fight, use all your abilities, die. Late game, end game, look at the stats, and you did the most damage in the game, and you were doing something right. Whether you win or lose, you did something right. Dealing the most damage does something right. I don't care what anyone says. If you're dealing damage, you're doing something right. And that's why I was always a struggling farmer, because I would like to group with my teammates and team fight. And doing that, I wouldn't farm as much, but I would deal damage. And that was the point, to deal damage to the enemies. So I'm here, 1-1-1, 150 farm at 19 minutes. I'm doing pretty well. I'm the highest farm in the game. Like I said, it's much easier to farm, and I'm not team fighting. I've just been bot this whole time. I want to get items. That's the goal. Get some items, and maybe I can start doing damage. Maybe I can group up. I'm not sure yet, but for now it's fine. No problems. We'll see what happens after I get my second item. I think I'm gonna go with I still don't know yet, to be honest. Depends how long I stay in lane. I could possibly go for Orc if I stay in lane long enough. This is annoying. But anyways, so that's basically the Kog'Maw changes, Kog'Maw changes in summary. Like I said, he's very weak. He doesn't do much damage. Having a great team won't help you that much, because even if you sit still and just auto attack, you're not doing that much. Oh yeah, I guess, well, not that this was a big difference, but on the PvE, I think they said he was going to deal 60% damage to non-minions, but now it's 55, so that's also a little bit, that's less than what they planned it to be. But anyhow, that's besides the point. So I'm just going to keep farming. Hopefully I can go back around 3,400 and I can get bored, and then I'll be stronger. Get some lifesteal, get that extra % health damage. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing this game. I'll talk in between here and there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cut pieces of this video out, shorten it up. I might do that, because I don't want to have to feel you make you guys listen to mumbo jumbo in between, but I know a lot of you guys enjoy my videos, so I appreciate all the support. But I'll be keeping everyone updated with the Kog'Maw changes, because this is one of the biggest. This is probably the biggest change of all preseason, is the Kog'Maw ADC change. So it's interesting to keep an eye out for it and to see what's going on. Get the silver. Just, what are you doing? Come on, man. Come on. There you go. But as a little note, his R does do a lot of damage. When they're below 25% health. There's no fucking with that or something, or there's no lying about that, no beating around the bush. His R does a lot of execute damage. So keep an eye out for low HP targets. Like I said, primarily what you want to do is wear them down and then snipe them with your R. That's what you want to do. Wear them down, snipe them with your R. Wear them down, snipe them with your R. That's the goal. So I'm gonna do crit. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go Runans next, and then I don't think Phantom Dancer is the way to go. I'm not sure. Again, I mean, you could go the 100% crit chance, 30% CDR build, or you can go 90% crit chance, or with 40% CDR. Well, it all depends. If you go Essence Reaver, Runan, Static, Triforce, you have 100% CDR and 100% crit chance. And then you can either go between, then you have one more item to get, whether you want to get Bork or Lord Dominic's Regard for the armor pen. But I think armor pen's gonna be a big thing, so I think I might either not build Triforce, or I might not build one item, and I'm gonna get Lord Dominic's Regard. Like, I'll get Runans, Lord Dominic's Regard, and either Triforce or Static, one or the other. I'm gonna try and help these guys now, even though the fight's kinda over. So I'm not really sure what I can do here. Okay, that's not really good. But let's see. I'm coming. Ah, shit, I'm dead. Oh well. Yeah, this should be on 1. And let's see what else is going on. Rapid fire cannon, that's a good item too. So it's really hard to tell which one you want to get, but if you go 100% crit chance and you have Static Shiv, every time Static Shiv's charge is ready, it will crit, which means, as you know, that the proc can crit, and now Runans can crit also, so every auto attack will crit, which is insanely good, which is what you'd want. So if you get that, to get the 100% crit, like I said, you would have to drop Lord Dominic's Regard or Blade of the Ruin King and pick up Triforce. So you'd have Essence Reaver, Runan, Static Shiv, Triforce. Those 4 items give you 100% crit chance. And of course, you could I forget if one of those items give 40% CDR instead, or 40% crit. Let me see here. 30%. No, I think they all give 30%. 30%. Yeah, they're all 30%. So you can't cut short with 3 items to get 100% CDR. You need 4. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna sit here. I'm actually gonna try and see if I can kill this guy. All right, he uses. Oh my god! Of course. So, as I said, as you could see in that fight exactly, I could not kill Sivir just by auto attacks. I needed. There we go. I needed to finish her off with my Arn, and she flashed and ulted away, and I couldn't get her, so. Little drawback there, but it happens, you know. So I have enough for Runans. I will go back and get that then. I will have, what do I have? What is this now? 20%. I'll have 50% crit chance? Yep, 50% crit chance, which is pretty good. And then I'll grab. Ah man, come on. Gotta smite that. Okay, so 30. Okay, no, I was wrong. So it's 30, 30, 20 for Essence and 20 for Triforce, not 30, 30, 30, 10. But as you can see, when I'm ulting the minions, it's hitting for 600 damage. As you can see there, it's a lot of damage. But you gotta build AD to get that, so you gotta mix your crit with AD, and whatever attack speed you get. But I think Essence Reaver is definitely a must-have because it has AD and crit instead of mainly attack speed. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back. I'm not gonna try and keep farming. Get this Runan's Hurricane, and then I'm gonna get. I will probably go for the Triforce. So let me see. I'm just gonna go for the crit, for the Zeal first, because you know crit is it's crit meta, guys. So I'll just put it to you that way. All right, so I'm coming to help these my team out. And even then, I'm doing a lot of damage. There we go. There we go, guys. I did nothing. See, like there though. I mean, did I do much damage? I don't think so. Now, me being like Cog being Cog, yeah, you know, I press W, I have long range, and I can do damage. You know, I attack fast. That's great, but I'm just, in the end, I'm still not doing as much damage as I should be. Oh, wow. Good job. Alright, I'm gonna come kill this guy. Good job. I'm gonna see if their red buff is up. Or blue buff. Whatever I'm talking about. Nothing's up over here. Hey, wolves are up. But, yeah, he farms really well, for sure. Now his R, like I said, look, it does about 800 damage. It does about 800 damage to enemies below 25%, which is a lot of damage. So, again, let me reiterate. I got to reinforce this to everyone who wants to play Cog. You got to wear them down with your R, with your W, and then snipe them with the R. So you got to get good with that sniping. And then you got to use it. Save your R for the snipe. Don't spam them unless you know you can get them. It's like, don't chase unless you know, like, don't dive a tower unless you know you can kill it. It's all about that, being aware of how much damage you can do and knowing how much damage you can do. All that is, plays a factor. Now, with the whole kiting scenario, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, to be honest, in high competitive play. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to, I'm just going to position much better, but it's going to be tougher for me to kite around and do my thing, because back when I had just, you know, Triforce, Infinity Edge, moves, oh my god, I could kite, I could do everything. It was amazing. But that's not how it is anymore, so I just gotta work around it. So, alright. So now if I get Triforce, I'm gonna get 40% CDR and 70% crit chance. Then I can either go for lower dominance regard or static shiv. So it's gonna be interesting to see what I'm gonna choose. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna choose yet, but I'll figure it out. But I think again, it depends on what enemies you're playing against. Like here, they don't have much armor at all, so I'm just gonna go for Triforce and stack shiv. And then I will be doing damage no matter what. I'll just be melting people, and I have a lot more attack speed that way. Cause this does not give much attack speed. No, it doesn't. So, fun stuff. So I'm at 1.66 attacks per second. This will give me 35%, another 30%. So that'll be all good. I'll be close to about 2.2 attacks per second, which means, you know, 4.4 on with my W up. So I want to grab boots first because I want to get as much attack speed as I can. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Well, I don't know what happened there. I tried to flash, but nothing happened. Oh, I have all this. That sucks. That's sad. Now right there, again, like it's a perfect example to show that I can't kill with my auto attacks as much. Because I can't orb walk is what I'm trying to say. Kiting's going backwards. Orb walking's going forward. I need this, like what I said, you gotta sit there and you gotta auto attack. You can't really do much else. So you sit there, you auto attack, you wear them down, you R. Sit there, auto attack, wear them down, you R. That's pretty much what it is. And that's why you should build attack damage first, because in the early game when your auto attack speed is only at like 1.7 when pressing W, you can still move around. Well, like this you can't really at all. But I mean, let me just get this dragon, because why not? $529 damage. Don't end it. Don't end, please. Alright, so grab that. So I'm at 3.79 attacks per second, pretty much. But I think this game's gonna end, so that's what's going on so far. With the new Cog changes, like I said, he's very weak. I recommend to not playing him in ranked or spamming him in ranked because he's very hard to win with because of his current kit. But I want to go check out how much damage I did. Alright, so let's see what I did there. Like I said, I wasn't team fighting much at all. We had 40 kills and I was there for 9 of them. You know, my team carried me. I didn't really do much. Now for the moment of truth to see how much damage I did. Like I said, very minimal. 14k and 36 minutes, and this was actually a long game. Now the team fights I were there, I did seem to do damage. No doubt, I did damage to, you know, Ezreal, Sivir, like when I was auto attacking, but it's just not enough. And if Riot wants to make him this siege cannon hyper carry, make him rate people's faces when he has his W up, and when he doesn't have his W up, he should be useless. Like that's literally what he should be. If you want to double his attack speed with his W, then make his W worth attacking with, not like, alright, you doubled his attack speed, but you took all of his AD away, so he's doing less damage than not even using W. So that doesn't even make any sense. So, like I said, very low damage output. So he's weak. You can't carry as him as we once upon a time used to. And I remember those days. You could watch my montages on YouTube and see how much dumpster was occurring. But right now it's different. So it's preseason. There changes are gonna come next week. Some tentative changes will come along. So you know, keep track with what's going on. I'll post another video within the next couple weeks to update you guys on how it's going, how COG seems to be playing out. But for now, I'll leave you guys to playing COG on your own and seeing what you feel like. Play some normals. That's what I've been doing. As you can see from my match history, it's been a lot of badness because games only go 30 minutes long and I can't do much with it. Scores aren't bad, I just can't do anything with them. It just puts me on tilt. So stay away from ranked for a little bit, you know, mess around with other stuff, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.